Okie dokie. I made notes with just like random facts about me so you can get to know me a little bit better. I can get to accept a few things about myself a little bit better. Let's do it. I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers. I have 2 daughters, Evelyn and Thea. I went to performing arts college in the basement of a church. My favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz, but Clue is a close second. Flames inside of my face, heaving, breathless, heaving. My favorite song is Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash. I have one leg that is about an inch shorter than the other leg, and it has caused me a lot of problems in my life. I'm obsessed with books, and my favorite book is Illusions by Richard Bach. You should read it. It's amazing, easy read, nice and fast, but it's so good. I had a baby doll that I played with when I was really little, and it was my first one that I ever had, and I actually now have named my daughter after that doll. My doll's name was Thea, which was a name that I don't know where I heard before, but I've always really liked. And now my daughter's name is Thea Doll Tate, and I didn't give her the middle name Doll just because I named her after a doll. D-O-L-L Doll was actually a family name as well. It was my grandmother's maiden name. So now she plays with the same. I'll get the doll. This is Thea Doll the First. Terrifying, eh? Yeah. Okay. Legally, my last name is Weeb, but I was born and lived with the last name Selvig until I was 5. Then it became Weeb, and then when I was in college, I went by the last name Ray, and now I quite frequently go by the last name Tate because that's my husband's last name. But just call me Jillian. I used to be a dance teacher. Going for long walks by myself is by far my absolute favorite thing to do. We call our daughters 11 and 12. And see, and we did it before Stranger Things was a thing, and Betty, my dog, is being charming. They originally were called 11 because Evelyn's name is close to 11. The little boy who lived upstairs couldn't say Evelyn, so he called her 11. And then when we had Thea, we just called her 12. I used to work at an old folks home, and it was by far the most fulfilling thing I've ever done in my entire life. I once thought that Pink Floyd was performing in my kitchen, and I felt so guilty that I hadn't made them any snacks beforehand. They weren't actually performing in my kitchen. Don't do mushrooms. Or do, because then it's like Pink Floyd's actually in your kitchen. If someone told me I could go anywhere in the world at any time, I would 100% say that I would want to go to our family farm, southern Saskatchewan, and all I'd want to do is take a walk out west behind the house and just lay in the fields. That's my favorite place in the entire world. I love learning about the history and geography of cities and towns and areas and whatnot, but I really haven't traveled that much in my life so far. I didn't have the internet until I was 22. I once was chased by a bull that had escaped out of its pen on my grandparents' farm. I didn't die. It didn't get me. I once fell off a 2-story roof. Yeah, and that didn't kill me either. hate being wet. I'll shower and wash my hands when I need to because I know I need to, but I hate it every single time. Absolutely hate it. I read every play that was in my college library, but I don't really remember any of them. I have a really horrible short-term memory. I have a horrible short-term memory. I bruise like a peach. Like, if I do this, I'll probably have a bruise tomorrow. I have never remembered or experienced a moment in my life where I haven't had at least 10 bruises all over my body. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yes, I If I decide to brush my hair at any point, which I don't do often, it takes me about 45 minutes to get through it. I ain't got time for that. For a year, I had really bad insomnia, and I could only sleep if I was playing Bob Dylan songs in the background really loudly on repeat. If you guys have any more questions, I'm a fairly open book. It's nice getting to know you guys too. So, you know, if you have any weird random things, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you didn't hate this. If you did hate this, why are you still at this point? Toodaloo!